Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Gabriel Night. Wir befinden uns hier bei der Voodoo-Expertin Moonbeam und werden uns jetzt einmal umschauen.
The Moonbeam residence looks like a cross between a voodoo temple and a Victorian fortune teller's parlor by way of Haight Street. It's a large cluster of quartz crystals. The Moonbeam residence It's an old-fashioned parlor lamp hung with crystals. A large sluggish snake rests on the floor of the fancy bird cage. Apparently, Margentia is not a fastidious housekeeper. A shed skin shares the cage with its original owner. Margentia's bottles probably contain secret ritual concoctions. The mask is made of carved wood and looks African. The shelf holds a variety of unusual objects, the kind of thing Gabriel refers to as junk.
Junk.
A glass lamp hangs from a chain over the table. A small draped table displays a crystal ball. A large crystal ball is prominently displayed. A small blue chair sits to one side of the table. Margentia Moonbeam is wrapped in gauze and silks. She looks vaguely mysterious and mysteriously vague. A large, apparent.
Dr. John tells me you're a voodoo practitioner of some kind.
Yes, I am a voodooienne, a voodoo priestess.
Do you get many people in here on an average day?
Some days the need for my power is greater than others. But I have many regular clients who would be lost without my vision, Mr. Knight.
I can imagine. That's a great-looking mask on the wall.
It's from Africa, a gift to me from Queen Tabitha.
Okay.
Do you know Dr. John well?
Oh, yes, we are old friends. Those with gifts are often drawn together.
So, let's say I came to you wanting to attract a woman. What would you advise?
Oh, I wouldn't think you'd have any trouble attracting women, Mr. Knight.
No. I guess I don't. So, what advice do you give your clients?
I tell them to follow the light, beware of the darkness, and always get expert spiritual advice from someone with the sight.
That's what I thought you'd say. That's a great-looking mask on the wall.
It's...
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
It is a fascinating city with many dark secrets.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
It is my favorite place in the world.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
It is my favorite place in the world.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I am well versed in the magical art.
Tell me anything at all.
Many non-believers come to me. They are usually believers when they leave.
Tell me anything at all.
Dr. John sends me many seekers such as yourself.
Tell me anything at all.
I am happy here with my clientele and my snake.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans.
How'd you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? It is the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall, but in the old days they had ceremonies out in the wild, and they wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice, sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John, sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
Na, sieh mal eine an. Was für ein Zufall.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Special ceremonies are performed, and the lower come to ride the faithful.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
There is no night more powerful to voodoo magic.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
There is no...
Do you have any idea what Caprice sans cœur means?
No. No, I don't.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
She ruled voodoo in New Orleans for 100 years, they say.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I'm sure a historian could help you with that, if you want to know more.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Much of a voodoo yen's work is protecting her clients from the spell of others. I make special protective gree-gree to be worn in secret. They keep evil spells from working against my clients.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
The recipes for voodoo charms have been handed down from master to apprentice for centuries.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I have told you all it is proper for you to know, Monsieur Knight.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
All right. Here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match, and a spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Give me an example of a gree-gree.
Here's an old hoodoo Dr. Gree-Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue, and if the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
Give me an example of a gree-gree.
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
Okay. Ist halt die Frage, ob das auch wirklich funktioniert, aber wer weiß.
Give me an example of a gree-gree.
Here's a nasty one. To kill someone, get a sock or a shoe that belongs to that person. Put graveyard dirt in it and bury it under their front steps.
Does that work?
I don't know. I never tried it.
Oha, okay. Sogar jemanden töten.
Give me an example of a gree-gree.
To ensure the safety of your child, cut a lock of its hair while it is still a baby and keep it with you. The child must have all its hair before it can die.
These are interesting.
They're very old. The gree-gree that I prepare is much more powerful, I can assure you, but I don't give out those secrets.
Give me an example of a gree-gree.
All right. Here's an old...
Tell me about the animal masks.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They're too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Bad karma.
Tell me about the animal masks.
I don't know what else to say about that.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my... But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
So you don't think the voodoo aspects of the case are fake?
Fake? Let me tell you about fake. If I get information through the grapevine and make use of it, is that fake? No, that is part of a voodoo yen's power. If people don't believe, there is not much I can do. But if they do believe, that is a part of my power too. But there are things, monsieur, things not even a little bit fake, I can tell you. Believe it or not, but stay away from it.
Okay, sie scheint ja nicht daran zu glauben, dass das fake ist. Oh Mann.
What do you mean? Do you know something about the case?
I work hard on fine-tuning my spiritual antenna, Monsieur Knight, and I get a clear signal from that direction. Beware.
Okay.
What do you mean? Do you know something about the case?
I work...
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
Tell me more about snakes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to give away my trade secrets.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Tell me anything at all.
You have to be careful when handling a snake. They're more delicate than they look.
I'll bet.
Ja, ich habe auch mal gehört, dass Schlangen eigentlich gar nicht irgendwie rau sind, sondern eher weich. Aber ich habe noch nie eine Schlange in echt gesehen oder angefasst. Also ich kann es nicht mit 100%iger Sicherheit sagen.
Tell me anything at all.
Many people are afraid of snakes. Isn't that silly?
Totally.
Naja, aber Schlangen können ja auch gefährlich sein. Also spezielle Schlangen. Das heißt, es ist eher die Angst vor der Gefahr, glaube ich.
Tell me anything at all.
Snakes shed their skins from time to time. You have to be especially careful of them when they're shedding.
I'll keep it in mind.
Und man darf nicht dran ziehen. Das müssen sie dann ganz alleine machen.
Tell me anything at all.
Grimwald is very responsive to vibration. She doesn't recognize her name, but if I stomp 3 times, she looks right at me.
Tell me anything at all.
You have to be careful.
I'll bet. Where'd you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
How'd you learn to handle Grimwald?
I told you a great voodoo queen taught me. She learned from Marie Laveau herself.
Ah, fascinating.
Ja, das ist wirklich beeindruckend.
Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, no? One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scales.
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see me dance, perhaps?
That would be swell.
I won't make you wait, Monsieur Knight. No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
Jetzt aber schnell.
Gabriel grabs the shed snake skin while Margentia is otherwise occupied.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
It's Gabriel's sketch of the series of crosses from the Laveau tomb wall.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes? I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... then there's more nonsense. FWETKASH. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave. KASH. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
One of the photos from Moseley is an official Voodoo murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
Na, vielleicht kann ich ihr das ja auch zeigen. Mal gucken.
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about it?
from those voodoo murders, isn't it? That has nothing to do with me.
Ja, das habe ich ja auch gar nicht gemeint. Ich wollte ja nur, dass die sich das anguckt und vielleicht irgendwas erkennt da drauf oder so.
Gabriel is carrying a scale he found near the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. It's the shed skin from Moonbeam's snake. Gabriel magnifies the scale from the lake. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples.
Sehr hübsch auf jeden Fall.
The iridescent Gabriel magnifies the shed skin from Margentia Moonbeam's snake. The snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain. It's the shed skin from Moonbeam's snake.
Kann ich ihr noch irgendwas zeigen?
Does this mean anything to you?
I can be of no help to you, Seeker.
Okay, ich glaube, ich gehe dann jetzt. Auf Wiedersehen.
Margentia's parlor is as open as it's going to get.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
Do what you will, if it harm none.
Count on it. Hello.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Cazanoux. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a sleep note bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too and you're gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust right here if you want 'em.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither, now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Au revoir. Hallo.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is a Dixieland drugstore and I own it, me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Ja, das wissen wir ja eigentlich schon, Mr. Walker.
So, this is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man, this is a curio shop. The things you see here are from local folklore. None of it's real, I tell you for sure.
What about these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claims. Sold as curio only. It means what it says, no? These are novelties, not voodoo.
So does any of this stuff actually work?
Are you crazy, man? These are just curios, novelties for the tourists.
How's business?
About like always. About like always.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old crocodile. Well, he's sort of a mascot now, him.
Can you tell me anything else about how animal masks are used?
They're curiosities, no? This is a curio shop.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Can you tell me anything else about how animal masks are used?
They're curio.
Oh. Look,
I don't have your...
Look, What do you know about the Voodoo murders?
Monsieur,
What can you tell me?
if you're not from round here, monsieur,
Do you know anything about snakes? What's the significance?
I've said...
Ich bin mir nicht mehr ganz sicher, ob ich ihn alles gefragt habe. Deswegen gehe ich nochmal alles durch.
What did you mean when you said...
I didn't say...
You did... Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Marie, she's somebody from the old days. One of those folk tales. Oh, the tourists eat it up, non?
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
I don't know much, monsieur. Someone at Voodoo Museum can tell you all about her.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Man, I don't even know what language that is.
That customer of yours, the little old lady,
Customer?
the woman I saw in here, Madame Cazanoux, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Ja, das ist eigentlich gut, dass er das nicht macht. Das wäre nicht so gut fürs Geschäft, denke ich, wenn er ratschen würde.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazanoux. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
It's important...
I can't tell you...
About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. very close, non. I could part with him for less.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $100.
Das ist ganz schön viel. Wir haben gar nichts. Na gut. Auf Wiedersehen.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Ich glaube, hier habe ich aber einiges vergessen zu fragen. Und deswegen mache ich das jetzt.
So, how is the museum business?
Those who truly seek understanding are few, Mr. Knight. But even one can be an audience.
Yep, sounds about like my shop. So where'd you pick up all this stuff?
Oh, here and there. We accept donations of any pertinent items.
Did you ever get any wackos in here?
You mean besides yourself?
Yeah, besides me.
I do not care to make those kind of judgments, Mr. Knight. All are welcome here.
You're a big guy, aren't you? Do you work out? Play sports?
I do not play basketball, if that is what you want to know.
Who, me? No. You just look like such a natural athlete.
I do find ways of keeping fit, Mr. Knight. After all, our bodies are temples.
You sound like Grace. I should get the two of you together.
Is Grace your wife?
No, she just acts like it. So what do you think of our summer weather? Have you ever seen it so overcast or so muggy?
It is unpleasant. The heavens are not pleased these days.
Nice outfit.
I prefer simple cotton to dead flesh, Mr. Knight.
I'll have to remember that. So, how is
Those who...
Yep. Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
You're sure you haven't heard the term Caprice encore?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
What makes you think the voodoo murders aren't being done by local practitioners?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight, especially in New Orleans. Anyone can pretend to use it, just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate, and for the same reason, to intimidate. I know voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight, and believe me, it is not about killing. Even the police have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
Ich bin mir da allerdings nicht mehr so sicher.
So you know nothing about the voodoo murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum. So far, it has not been an issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
Erstmal voll beleidigt.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I have not.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I used to have some antique African totem masks, but they were on the point of disintegration, so I removed them.
Are you sure you can't educate me further about animal masks?
Unfortunately, I do not know much about totem masks. The practice was more African than American, and that is not my area of expertise.
Okay, thanks.
Ja, ich glaube, dann habe ich auch schon alles. Dann werde ich mal wieder gehen.
Thanks a lot. Bye now.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Goodbye.
Phew, it's humid out there. Made it back though.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Voll gemein, Grace.
Seen any good movies?
I saw a great documentary last night on pyramid excavations.
You mean small, dark places that haven't been touched in centuries? Sounds right up your alley.
Well, it did help me gain a better understanding of your mind.
Mann, oh Mann.
Did I ever tell you that you're actually quite attractive?
Be still, my heart.
Had any customers lately?
No, but I'm sure you have.
You know, you really should get out more.
But then who'd take care of St. George's?
Or me.
Exactly.
Oh, done anything interesting lately?
By your definition? No. I prefer it that way.
Keep 'em busy?
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
Did I ever tell you that you...
Beast.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you just heard everything I know about her.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd really rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Nein.
Are you sure you don't know anything about animal masks?
I don't. Honest.
What do you know about the Voodoo murders?
I know you shouldn't be messing with it, and I know you will anyway.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Okay. Über Madame Cazanoux.
I need you to look up a Madame Cazanoux.
Madame Cazanoux? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazanoux is at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. It's time to close shop.
So it is. Have a nice night.
You too. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye, Grace. Ich mag Grace voll gerne. Bin mal gespannt, ob ich jetzt das lesen kann, was da gleich steht. Bei Tag 3. Dritter Tag. So trat ich denn in Bacchushallen und es war weg. Okay. Mano.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Cazanoux. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Grace ist ein bisschen eifersüchtig. Ich finde sowieso, dass Grace viel besser passt, aber naja, gut.
Times Picayune, dated June 20, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
Oh.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they're interrogating a suspect this morning and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have more messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours. I took down his number. If you change your mind and want to give him a call back, just ask me for it.
Do you have more messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure. I'll give it to you when we're done talking. Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
Na, den möchte ich aber sofort anrufen. Ein Verwandter aus Deutschland.
Wolfgang Ritter's phone number, written in Grace's pretty scrawl. The number written on the note is 4909-324-3333.
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich den Zettel mit dem Telefon benutzen kann, deswegen muss ich mal ganz kurz eben das aufschreiben. Moment. So.
It's customary to pick it up first.
Habe ich mir gedacht.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
I'm looking for Wolfgang Ritter.
Ja, einen Moment.
Yeah, is this Gabriel on the phone?
This is Gabriel Knight. Why are you calling me, Mr. Ritter?
I have been having premonitions of great danger for you, Gabriel. You must leave New Orleans this very day.
What the hell are you talking about?
It is hard to explain on the phone. I have had feelings about you. It took me a long time to have you tracked down. I had a sense that Heinz had a grandson, but until these dreams started, I did not know if I should contact you.
You say you're related to my grandfather?
Yes, Heinz was my brother. There is much about the family that you should know, Gabriel. Come to Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. It is our family home. I will tell you everything when you come. You must come immediately. You are in great danger there.
Look, I appreciate the family spirit and all, but frankly I don't know you from Adam, and I'm not going to fly off to Germany even if I could afford it.
Gabriel, please. If you won't listen, at least let me send you something. It is a journal from one of your ancestors. Promise me you will read it.
Well, I'm pretty busy.
Please, Gabriel, you are the last of our line. I am too old to carry on. You are our last hope. Please, for your family, read the journal.
All right, I'll look at it.
Good. Now be careful and come to me as soon as you can. Goodbye.
Das ist ja mal spannend. Okay, er hat eine Vorahnung gehabt von Gabriel. Irgendwas Böses wird passieren. Oh, oh. Achso, ich habe ja noch mehr Telefonnummern hier.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone book missing one of its C pages. Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone book missing one of its C pages.
Okay, was haben wir da? Kakao, Cauliflower, Cancer, Canker, das Weltreisebüro, Cajun Haustierklinik, Cazanoux. Hier haben wir die verschiedenen. Ich glaube, ich möchte aber trotzdem die anderen Nummern auch mal anrufen und gucken, was passiert. Die muss ich mir mal eben aufschreiben. Das wird wahrscheinlich richtig lange dauern. 5256100. So, die linke Seite habe ich abgeschrieben. Die werde ich erstmal eingeben hier. Mal gucken, was passiert.
Hello, St. Genevieve's Wedding Chapel. How may I help you?
Boy, do I have the wrong number. Sorry.
That's perfectly all right. Goodbye.
Yeah, what do you want?
Sorry. I think I have a wrong number.
Good.
Ach so, ich bin ja doof. Ich muss ja erstmal einmachen. Ah, oh nein.
Please hang up and try your call again. This is a recording.
Hello.
Hi, is this the Cazanoux residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Hello. See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
Oh, ich kann mit ihm reden. Oh.
How much for a trip to Rittersburg, Germany?
Rittersburg, Germany? Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersburg. You can rent a car from there, or take the train. Let's see. The best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
Oh, das ist ganz schön teuer.
I can't afford it. Sorry.
I see. Goodbye.
Aber da war ja noch was ich fragen konnte.
Hello. See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
Hello, it's me again. Woohoo.
What are your specials?
2 weeks in India for 2,000 rupees.
Well, that's certainly special.
Uh-huh. Is there something else I can help you with?
How much for a trip to the Caribbean?
Well, our least expensive trip is 4 days, 3 nights in St. Croix for $1,250. Of course, we have much nicer packages available.
I'm sure your packages are astonishing, but that's out of my league.
Is there something else I can help you with?
I've always wanted to visit Anderson, Indiana.
I'm so sorry, but you can't get there from here.
Can you just get me out of here, please?
I'd be happy to send you anywhere, sir, but I need a destination.
Sorry, wrong number.
Thank you. Goodbye.
The number you have dialed has been disconnected. Hello, St. Genevieve's Wedding Chapel. How may I help you?
Schon wieder?
Boy, do I have the wrong number. Sorry.
That's perfectly all right. Goodbye.
Hello? Robert?
No, it's not Robert.
Then get off the phone.
So, die linke Seite ist durch. Dann gucke ich mir mal die rechte an. Fünf, 730. 5553088. Die Cazanoux lasse ich erstmal aus. Die mache ich am Schluss. 5254412. Fünf, 3131 555122 555214. Mal. Nee. 7314, glaube ich. 7314. Na dann.
Allô? Qui est là?
Gabriel?
Gabriel? Je sais pas. Qu'est-ce?
Wrong number. Trompé. En erreur, whatever.
Quel idiote. Lanny's Pizza. May I take your order?
Wrong number, I guess.
Jeez.
Please hang up and try your call again. This is a recording.
Lanny's Pizza. May I take your order?
Wrong number, I guess.
She's.
Der benutzt mehrere Nummern für die gleiche Filiale.
Hello? Robert?
No, it's not Robert.
Then get off the phone.
Lanny's Pizza.
Oh, das wiederholt sich ja jetzt so ein bisschen. Na, ich glaube, dann werde ich das sein lassen und ich gucke mir mal die Cazanoux-Leute an hier. 555 1270 555 1220 555 1280 535 1237. Gut. Weiter geht's.
Hello?
Hi. Sorry to bother you again, but I was wondering if you know anything about voodoo?
I don't believe this. Buzz off, guy!
Hello, Cazanoux residence?
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Cazanoux was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello? I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet! Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Na, das ist sie auf jeden Fall, aber ich glaube, ich möchte die andere Nummer trotzdem nochmal anrufen. Einfach, weil ich alles ausprobiert haben möchte.
Cazanoux residence, may I help you?
Hi. You won a customer raffle at the Dixieland drugstore?
No soliciting, please.
Ja gut, die anderen Nummern hier unten, die werden sich, glaube ich, genauso wie die hier oben wiederholen mit denen von der linken Seite. Das, was ich noch nicht angerufen habe, ist die Tierklinik. Und Madame Cazanoux hat einen Hund, der Castro heißt. Das kann ich ja vielleicht benutzen. Also, okay. 555 6170.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Our doctors see just about any type of animals, but we don't get many snakes.
Okay, thanks.
Nein, nicht auflegen.
There's nothing there to...
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Know anything about animal sacrifice?
What are you, some kind of sicko?
Damit hätte man rechnen können.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Do you have a Madame Cazanoux as a client?
Madame Cazanoux? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have an address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Juhu. Aber
That doesn't seem to work that way.
wie es
There is nothing to open or close there.
Wie es weitergeht. Ich habe den Schuh benutzt. Mann. Wie es weitergeht, seht ihr in der nächsten Folge. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschö. Oder doch nicht.
Hey, kids.
Hallo?
Bruno, how nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Also, ich denke halt auch nicht, dass er das Bild von seinem Vater verkaufen sollte. Das ist halt ein Familienerbstück. Also ich würde das nicht tun, aber wir brauchen das Geld.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this. Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. I can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Ja, ich finde das auch nicht so gut. Aber ohne Moos nichts los. So, jetzt aber, wie es weitergeht, das seht ihr in der nächsten Folge. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Tschüss, bitte!